Hello, this is Denise from Budini.com, and today I want to show you how to draw a realistic human eye with charcoal or pencil or chalk, whatever you like. So first of all, we want to have a look at how an eye works anatomically. As you can see, the eyeball lies inside the skull in the so-called orbital cavity, and the eyelids which protect the eye from, for example, rain or dirt, they lie gently around that eyeball and therefore hide it in a way that makes the eye appear to us almond shaped and not very round. So if you want to make a proper sketch, just draw a circle for the eyeball, put two other circles in it for the pupil and the iris, and after that draw in two arcs for the upper and the lower lid. And there you go, your very simplified version of an eye is ready. Of course, if you want to draw an eye from another perspective than the frontal one, just adapt that sketch in a manner that is more 3D like. You see that I emphasized the ends of the lid very much more, so you can see that they take a three-dimensional space as it is in real life. Many people forget to do that, and therefore the eye looks somewhat flat and unrealistic. Now that you know how to sketch the basic shapes of the eye, let's go on to the shading. As you see, I do a sketch here first with a graphite pencil, that's inside a mechanical pencil. Again, I drew a circle for the eyeball, put two arcs around it, made those arcs three-dimensional because they are the lids, and put two other circles inside of the eyeball. After that, the ends, the lids are drawn. The little arrow shows where the light comes from, so that you know where light and shadow have to be. As you can see, I switch now my graphite lead for a black chalk lead. It's basically like charcoal, but it isn't as brittle, so you can sharpen it much more easy. That's why I like to use black chalk much more than charcoal. So you see me just drawing the contours I drew before and erased with a kneadable eraser. And now the first shadings come when I fill the pupil with charcoal dust and draw some beams, like as if the pupil were some kind of sun. I draw beams from its middle to the outer line of the iris, so the unique structure of the iris appears. If you look closely into a human eye, for example, if you just take a mirror and look into it, you see how complex that structure of the iris is. It's very hard to draw a very realistic iris. That's why I simplify here. Of course, you can draw a very realistic iris if you take a lot of time. And that, of course, would be a very beautiful result. I left a white spot That's the highlight, the glance in the eye, where the light comes into the eyeball. And this is one of the lightest points in the human face, and you should take care to let it completely white and not to smudge it accidentally with your hand or something else. Also, the outer contour of the iris is very dark, and the iris itself is darkest near the glance in the eye and lightest in its direct opposite direction. I also shaded the eyeball here because the eyeball is not pure white. It also has a three-dimensional space, and it's a little bit darker below the lashes and in the eye corners. The lids are very easily to shade. Just take care to give them a normal skin color and not to overemphasize the shadings. The contour of the upper lid is maybe too strong here, but I'm almost sure that's because my camera records with relatively high contrast, so the original picture has a little bit less contrast. Okay, let's come to the lashes. The lashes are quite hard to draw for a beginner because they don't just stick right into the air, and like it's sometimes in the beauty commercials, they fan out, they have different length, and they are pointed at the top and thicker at the end. So take care to draw them in one stroke from the lid upwards and to lower the pressure of the pencil, so you should get a beautiful lash. Okay, I hope you could learn something today, and thank you for watching this tutorial.